On September 19th, 2552, several weeks since their departure from Reach, the Pillar of Autumn emerged from slipspace in the remote Soel system. As they headed toward the enormous gas giant known as Threshold, the Autumn's crew made an extraordinary discovery. Hidden in a stable position between the planet and its rocky moon basis was a massive, artificial ringworld 10,000 kilometers in diameter. This was Alpha Halo, the very same installation that Bornstella had committed to 343 Guilty Spark's care 100,000 years earlier. This Halo would now be the stage for one of the final battles of the Covenant War, revealing mysteries kept hidden for eons. Hey everyone, welcome back to Installation 00, and today we continue our dive into the Mythos, a narrative reading of every entry in the Halo mythos. This is episode 14, Battle for Alpha Halo. Approaching the ring aboard the heavily damaged Autumn, Captain Keyes and Cortana quickly discovered that the Covenant had followed them from Reach. After sending the Master Chief and Cortana to the ringworld's surface in an effort to ensure the AI's safety, Keyes attempted to land the Autumn on Halo. Despite the extremely high risk involved in such a maneuver, the Autumn successfully touched down, but Keyes and his command crew were abducted by the Covenant and brought aboard their battlecruiser Truth and Reconciliation. In response, the Chief and Cortana led a strike force into the heart of the enemy ship and rescued the captain. While captive, Keyes learned that Halo was not just an artificial world, but an unimaginably powerful weapon.
If I'm analyzing this correctly, they believe that Halo is some kind of weapon, one with vast, unimaginable power.
The Chief and Cortana managed to secure the installation's control room against Covenant forces, but their victory was short-lived. Communication with Keyes and a squad of Marines who were attempting to access a weapons cache on the ring had suddenly been lost. During the Covenant's search for Halo's secrets, they had unwittingly released flood specimens, previously locked away for research on the installation. The parasite's escape now placed the entire galaxy in peril.
Listen! What is that?
Where's that coming from, Mendoza?
I don't... There! Mira!
Son,
What is it? Rocco!
get back here, Marine! Take it!
Attempting to track down Keyes and his team, the Chief came in contact with the installation's monitor, 343 Guilty Spark. Spark explained to the Spartan the severity of the flood threat and led the Chief to Halo's library, where they managed to secure the ring's activation index, the key to firing Halo and stopping the flood. With the index in possession, the Spartan returned to the control room alongside the monitor, intent on activating Halo to stop the parasite from escaping. The Chief had been acting on the assumption that firing Halo would kill the flood, but he was not aware that the installation was designed to exterminate all sentient life in the galaxy. When Spark attempted to activate the ring, Cortana prevented him and stole the index, placing both her and the Chief at odds with the foreigner monitor. Escaping the control room, the two recognized that the only way to end the threat was to destroy the ring. This plan could only be achieved by destroying the Pillar of Autumn, which would in turn require finding Captain Keyes and his command codes. The Chief and Cortana located his signal, but discovered that he had been assimilated by the Flood.
No human life signs detected. The captain, he's one of them. We can't let the Flood get off this ring. You know what he'd expect. What he'd want us to do.
They retrieved his command neural interface from what was left of his body, using it to destabilize the Autumn's fusion engines and destroy Alpha Halo, despite Guilty Spark's desperate efforts to stop them. The Master Chief and Cortana narrowly escaped the ring's destruction on one of the Autumn's longsword bombers, believing themselves to be the only survivors. Unbeknownst to them, however, Spark had also fled to safety, finding sanctuary on a foreigner gas mine orbiting Threshold. Having escaped Halo's devastation, the Chief and Cortana discovered a human dropship within the debris that remained, containing a handful of survivors from the Pillar of Autumn, including the gritty Marine veteran Sergeant Avery Johnson. Recognizing that their only way back to human space was by acquiring a slipspace-capable vessel, the Chief led these survivors against the Covenant carrier Ascendant Justice. This flagship was commanding a scout fleet sent from the Covenant's homeworld High Charity. The Covenant were unprepared for the Chief's daring assault. Aided by Cortana, the small group of humans infiltrated Ascendant Justice and neutralized its crew. Cortana brought the humans back to Reach in the stolen vessel on September the 23rd, 2552. They found the planet in ruins, but detected a signal which the Chief recognized as originating from Red Team. Somehow, a remnant of Spartans had miraculously survived Reach's devastation. Deploying stealthily from Ascendant Justice, the Chief led a small team to recover the remaining members of Red Team, who were guarding Vice Admiral Whitcomb and Dr. Halsey. While escaping the planet, however, the Spartans were greeted by chilling news. Despite their extraordinary sacrifices, the Covenant had somehow discovered the location of Earth and were preparing an enormous fleet to assault it. With few viable destinations available, they fled to the Eridanus system in order to make repairs. In this system was a hidden rebel base, the same one used by the rebel Colonel Watts years earlier. Unexpectedly, the Covenant followed them there and laid siege to the base, forcing the humans to flee into slipspace. Yet, some of these survivors did not share the same goal. While the Spartans were considering options for stopping the Covenant's imminent invasion of Earth, Halsey was preoccupied with something she had discovered at Castle Base before they fled the planet. In what seemed to be an act of betrayal, Halsey sedated and abducted Spartan Kelly 087, stealing one of the rebel transports and abandoning the group without any warning. This act, despite eventually unlocking one of humanity's greatest foreigner discoveries, would ultimately come to haunt Halsey, effectively making her a war criminal. The Master Chief, Cortana, and the others who managed to escape from Eridanus devised a plan to halt the Covenant's invasion of Earth. Striking at the heart of an enormous command and control station called Unyielding Hierophant, they would destroy the many fleets that it serviced, delaying the Covenant's efforts to assault Earth. Using an enemy dropship to insert a Spartan strike team, the Chief and the rest of Blue Team infiltrated Hierophant's vast interior and successfully completed their mission. Almost all of the nearby ships were consumed in the violent conflagration that engulfed Unyielding Hierophant, leaving only a handful to limp back to High Charity. For a time, the invasion of Earth had been postponed. Thanks for watching. If you're new here and liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button while you're at it so you don't miss my future uploads. Links are in the description to get connected and jump into the Discord community with me, and if you really love the content I'm making, consider supporting the channel over on Patreon for tons of awesome perks. Pop your comments down below if you have an idea of what I should cover next, and hang around for the end of the video for other suggested videos you might be interested in. Huge shoutouts to my patrons: Spartan10148, the Metarch of my installation, Falcon, Prophet, Phantom, Thomas, Mikhail, and Irrefutable Justice, my monitors, Andrew, Cameron, Darian, Flaming Halo, Madness, Masked Owl, Michael, Spartan0137, the Cave Potato, Uwu Master, and Wolf Eclipse, my sub-monitors, my growing fleet of Strato Sentinels, my ever-vigilant Enforcers, and all the other awesome patrons that are helping to support the channel in a big way. Huge shout out to Todd Morrison for keeping the installation powered with that glorious vacuum energy. Much love to you all. Take it easy everyone, and find peace in the domain.